Welcome back to the Perks.
Spring sports has started back up, so we caught up with some of the spring coaches to see how they thought the season was going to go.
But first, Jonas Choate sat down with Men's Basketball League MVP Trey Abasolo to talk about his decision to go to Southwestern.
Thanks, Bill. Senior Trey Abasolo finished his high school basketball career as one of the best players to ever play in the history of the school. He finished at the top of 8 categories, including all-time leading scorer, 1,451 points, all-time leading rebounder, 462, and all-time three-pointers made in a career with 189. He also finished in second place all-time in 5 other statistical categories. So how does one of the most mentally tough and successful athletes look back on his career?
It's very rewarding, just because I know how hard that I've worked throughout the years, and just to be recognized for the hard work I do and the hard work that we did as a team means a lot. I think my mental toughness just has a lot to do with just playing a lot of basketball, playing a lot of sports, and going out and competing every day, competing in practice and stuff like that. Just overall competing with my teammates and competing against my rivals. Obviously, we had a pretty good year. It didn't end like we wanted it to, but when we look back on it, it was pretty historic. And I think that's just a testament to how hard we worked every day in practice, and we went out and competed during the games. Playing with my brother, playing for my dad. I've played for my dad pretty much my whole life, but that's just even more special to play with my brother just because it's my senior year. But yeah, just playing with them, playing with my dad, playing for my brother meant a lot to me and to my family.
Good luck to Trey on his next chapter at Southwestern College. Many more points to come. Jonas Choate, KCAT News.
Thanks, Jonas. With us, we have women's soccer coach, Mr. Myers. Coach, how has you described your team's chemistry?
Team's chemistry is really good. We've been through 4 games now. Had a really big test last night against Bueller. The girls are working well together. They're making some runs, and they're being creative with each other, and they're continuing to communicate. Even if we're in a tough spot, like last night we got scored on first, and they stayed with each other and came up with some problem solving out there on the field.
Your team is off to a good start at 5-0. As coach, what are your outlooks for the rest of the season?
Outlooks on the season are, I don't know. I'm an optimistic guy. I think these girls are working really well together. I think they're working hard. I think we have a lot of potential. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Lastly, a little bit of a fun question here. What type of food would your team be?
I guess I would say a flour tortilla, because I feel like flour tortillas are super versatile. You could make a wrap with them. You could have like a breakfast burrito or a regular burrito, or turn it into a taco, or you could even have peanut butter and jelly on them. And I think that our team, the girls, seem to be pretty versatile. We've asked them to pop into different positions that we've been playing our first 4 games, and they've done it no problem. And so, yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Myers. A flour tortilla is definitely an interesting choice. The softball team is setting at a record of 2-4, which means they have improved on their record from the last season the team played softball. Who are the leaders on the team helping this team improve?
This year, we have 5 returning seniors. Haley Chambers is our center fielder. She's been one of our physical leaders out on the in the outfield, leading the team from there. We have another senior, Macy Chambers. She's a vocal leader. And then we got some underclassmen that have been stepping up along the way and just being emotional, physical, and that is Camille, and Jalen Lavers.
So, Mr. Kohlmeyer, what are your team goals this year?
One of our team goals this year was to be more competitive and put ourselves in a situation to win each game. So far this year, we're 2-6 on the year, and we've been very competitive throughout the year, that we have an opportunity that we could have been or should have been 4-4 so far. A few balls here and there that didn't go our way, and a few mistakes that we're working to get better at, and we're going to continue to push and just be more competitive.
Lastly, we're asking all the spring coaches this year, there's a little bit of a fun question. What food would your team be?
If we were a food, we would be a box of chocolates, because you just never know what you're going to get.
I said it wrong. You want me to change
No,
it?
it's fine. I got it. Thanks, Mr. Colmeyer. The baseball team is setting little over 500 at 4-2. Coach Nelson, what are your team's goals this year?
Main goals are to win league and then compete in our regionals, win regionals, and get back to state. That's the three goals we have: is win league, regionals, go back to state.
So what leaders are going to get you to your goals, like winning league?
The one that jumps to mind for pure leadership, does whatever is best for the team. It does whatever. He understands his role very well, and accepts whatever I ask him to do. He's kind of the voice of us. Tab Creekmore also has brought a lot of energy during games. Likes to communicate with kids, and then again, we've got another kid in Caleb Perkins who doesn't get to play all the time, but is part of this team and gives he's just a great example of what a team player is. And then, Mason Ellis and Hunter Sire are probably two of our top actual players, doing a great job at the top of the order and things. So that would be who I'd say provides leadership as of now.
Lastly, what food would your team be?
I'd say steak because I like steak and I like my team. They're good. They're tough. I don't know. It's just my favorite food. So there you go. All right, thanks.
Thanks, Mr. Nelson. Next time on the Berkshire, we talk to the head coach of the men's golf team and track coaches. That's it for us.
Stay frosty. Will Perkins, KCAT News.